Alright, today we're going to be going over all the coronavirus cases that's come out of the White House. I'm not going to include everyone, but so these are the people I'm going to include. Any White House staffers, anyone who's infected on any rallies that are staff, anyone on the RNC and the Republican Party. I'm not going to include anyone related to the people who got infected. I'm not going to include any people who attended the rallies as Trump supporters or whatnot. I'm not gonna count any journalists or people just again not a staffer at the White House. So this all began on March 20th. On March 20th, it was announced that a staffer for the vice president had tested positive. So that was that for a little while. This person had mild symptoms, and neither Pence or Trump were close with the staffer at the time. So fast forward maybe a month and a half to May 7th. On May 7th, we have a Trump's personal valet and also Katie Miller tested positive. So Trump's personal valet was someone who brought food for Trump, and Katie Miller is the spokesperson for Vice President Mike Pence. So think of Katie Miller as your Kayleigh McEnany, but for Vice Pence. Also, Katie Miller is also married to Stephen Miller, who we'll get to in a little bit. Fast forward another month and a half. So we have 8 people here. This was the rally, the first rally Trump held at Tulsa. So as you know, Tulsa was the first rally. It was lots of controversy because for a long time we didn't have any gatherings. It also went against state rules just to have that many people. It was the one where they expected thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, and in the end they only had maybe tops 10,000. They even had a stage, but an outdoor stage as a viewing show, but it wasn't even needed. So in the end, there were 6 advanced staff who contracted COVID. So these advanced staff are people who go to Tulsa, go to this place ahead of time to set everything up for the rally. So these 6 people got COVID, and on the day of, they have testing. 2 additional staffers also got tested positive. So on July 3rd, Trump and his team went to Mount Rushmore to celebrate the July 4th celebrations, and there 3 people got contracted COVID. 2 were Secret Service members, and 1 was Kimberly Guilfoyle. Kimberly Guilfoyle is a campaign advisor for Donald Trump, also the girlfriend of Donald Trump Jr.
The best is yet to come!
2 months go by with not too much going on. Trump's just holding his rallies, people getting infected, and those are mainly attendees, people in the city, people in the state. On September 5th, Craig Bailey was diagnosed with COVID. He's the head of the White House Security Office. He became ill over the Labor Day weekend, and he was diagnosed before the Amy Coney Barrett nomination event. In late September, he was later hospitalized. So on September 16 to 17, again, Trump held another rally at Mosinee, Wisconsin, and 2 unnamed staffers tested positive there. And finally, we come to October 1st. This is the big one. So on October 1st, it was noted that Hope Hicks, she's the senior counselor to the president, she tested positive and symptomatic. Also, at the time when she was infected, she was also on Air Force One, along with Donald Trump and many of the staff. On October 2nd, so this was a big one. So this was when Donald Trump, the President of the United States, tested positive for COVID-19, along with 10 other people. So 10 other people are Melania Trump, who's the First Lady, Mike Lee, the U.S. Senator from U.S. Senator from Utah, Tom Tillis, U.S. Senator from North Carolina, Kellyanne Conway, she's the former counselor to the president. Ronna McDaniel, she's the chair of the Republican National Committee. We have Bill Stepien, who's the Trump campaign manager. We have this person named El Drago, who is the White House press room photojournalist. And we have many more just debate preparation staff and the media. There was another unnamed White House press room journalist. Moving on to October 3rd, so we have Chris Christie. He's the former governor of New Jersey. He played a role in preparing Donald Trump for the debate, and they were maskless in the Oval Office. Then we also have Nick Luna, who is the body man to Donald Trump. The body man is sort of like your personal assistant, who sometimes just gets you anything you need, and also kind of like your caddy in golf, but in real life. We also have John Jenkins. He's the president of the University of Notre Dame. And Ron Johnson, U.S. Senator from Wisconsin. Again, all these people, they attended the Amy Coney Barrett nomination event in the Rose Garden. And on October 5th, so everyone's been waiting for this one, it was Kayleigh McEnany, the White House press secretary. Along with her, a few people who works under her, we have Chad Gilmartin, who's the principal assistant press secretary. We also have Carolyn Levitt, the assistant press secretary. We also have 2 unidentified staffers at the White House, and also Greg Laurie. He's the senior pastor of the Harvest Christian Fellowship. Again, all of these people attended the Amy Coney Barrett nomination event. And then on October 6th, we have a few more. We have Jana McCarran, who is the U.S. Coast Guard aide to the president. We have the president's valet, just another unidentified military personnel. We had Admiral Charles Ray, he's the vice commandant of the Coast Guard. Jalen Drummond, the assistant White House press secretary. Everybody's favorite and husband of Stephen Miller, the senior advisor to the president. We had Saad Balaja, U.S. representative from California. We have Harrison Fields, the assistant to Kayleigh McEnany, the assistant press secretary. General Gary Thomas, he's the Marine Corps assistant commandant, and usually alongside with Admiral Charles Ray. And Mike Bose, the U.S. representative from Illinois, usually accompanied by Mike Lee. On October 14th, it was later announced that Barron Trump, the son of Donald Trump and Melania Trump, he was tested positive as well. He was actually tested positive back on October 1st, but they kind of kept it hush-hush. So all in all, in that time span of October 1st to 14th, we had 29 people testing positive just within the White House circle, mainly from the Amy Coney Barrett nomination event. And about 10 days later, now we have the circle of Mike Pence's staff testing positive. So we have 5 people here. We have Mark Short, he's the Mike Pence chief of staff. We have Marty Obis, he's the advisor to Mike Pence. Zach Bauer, the body man to Mike Pence. Again, the body man is sort of like your everyday golf caddy. And also just 2 more unidentified staffers, members of Mike Pence's staff. And a couple more days go by, right? Now we're in November. And this one, everyone's been waiting for this one. This is White House Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows. He tested positive on November 6th.
I tell you what, let me do this. Let me pull this away.
Yep, just pull away.
And then that way I can take this off the top. Well, I'm more than 10 feet away. I'm not going to talk through that. I'll be glad to answer your question.
Along with the aide to Mark Meadows, it was Cassidy Hutchinson. 5 more unidentified staffers. And another one is Nick Traynor. He's the Trump Campaign Battleground State Director, Charlton Boyd, who is a close aide to Jared Kushner, again, on November 7th. So this person testing positive. Also on November 7th, we have Matt Gaetz. He's the U.S. representative from Florida. You usually see him, arguing on the Capitol floor. On November 9th, we have Ben Carson. He's the United States Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. We all know him. In the end, he's a doctor, and truthfully, he should know better. Also, Ben Carson attended this the election party on election night on November 3rd. There was a big party, and a handful of the Republican Party were there. Trump was there. Pretty sure it was masses as well. So Ben Carson was there, along with David Bozie. He's the one who was appointed by Trump to try to lead the election challenge efforts. So trying to just overturn votes, a lot of litigation. So yeah, he's in charge of that. On November 11th, we have two more. We have Brian Jack. He's the White House Director of Political Affairs and Assistant to the President. And we also have Healy Baumgardner, who's the spokesperson for the 2016 Trump campaign. So again, just this person attended, these people all attended the election party on November 3rd. On November 12th, we have Jeff Miller. He's a Republican strategist and lobbyist. We also have Corey Lewandowski, who is the 2016 campaign manager for Trump, and Richard Walters. He's the chief of staff at the Republican National Committee, again all testing positive on November 12th. And we're almost there. We have one more on November 17th, just a couple of days ago. This November 17th is actually COVID-19's birthday. So November 17th, 2019 was when it was first founded in Wuhan, and that's when Chuck Grassley, US Senator, he attended the Trump rally. So we're not sure if he got it attending meetings at the Capitol, or whether he got it at the at Trump rallies. So there you have it. There's a total of 68 people testing positive within Donald Trump's circle. And just to sum it up, of all the people who contracted COVID-19 in the White House, you have the Trump family on top left, the White House administration and staff, again all the people who work there, and you have the Trump campaign staff and advisors top right, and you also have the vice president circle. So there's about 5 people there as well. Then there's a whole bunch of White House residents and staff, and also Secret Service that again are all getting infected and all having to quarantine. So all in all, the White House just became a super spreader event and just not listening to the CDC guidelines. So again, stay safe, wear a mask. It really helps. And there you have it. Faces of people who have contracted COVID-19 from the White House or White House staff. And as I'm editing this video, Donald Trump Jr. just contracted COVID-19, and today is November 20th. Just about to upload this video. Also, Rudy Giuliani's son as well, Andrew Giuliani, also contracted COVID-19, and that's why Rudy Giuliani he's quarantining. Either he's quarantining from that, or his hair dye. One or the other. We'll find out soon. Well, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, comment below. Let me know what you think. Hopefully you guys are wearing your mask, keeping safe, saving money. Again, my name is Sam. Hope you guys have a good one. Stay safe.